You can start. So we have seen what is meant by data type. So have you remembered what is meant by data type?
Data type defines which type
Yes.
of data we store in data object.
Yes. So what kind of information we are going to store, that is nothing but data type. So we have three categories under the data type: elementary, complex, reference. So first we will see elementary data type, and after completion of few days we will see these two. So in elementary data type we have, so it is again classified into two types. One is fixed length and the other one is a variable length. So this elementary data type is also called as predefined data type. So predefined data type is nothing but SAP is already defined these data types in the system. So we no need to define it again. We can make use of it directly. So that is nothing but predefined. So predefined means already defined in the system. So elementary data types are also called as a predefined data types. And this is again categorized into two types: fixed length and variable length. So fixed length is nothing but there is a specific length which SAP already defined for these data types. So under the fixed length data type, we have different data types like character, numeric, integer, factor number, floating point, date, time, hexadecimal. We don't use mostly this hexadecimal and this string. And floating also, we don't use maximum, only 10% we will use this floating. So under the variable in data type, we have string and string. So character, numeric, date, time, these are considered as a character data type. So character data type is nothing but where we don't do any calculations. But you will be having doubt here, n is nothing but numeric. But still we are not calculating because this numeric data type is nothing but where we can enter only the numeric values which we don't use any
Fixed length,
calculations.
variable length, exstring.
Yeah.
String. అంటే స్ట్రింగ్ ని
So Padma,
ఎక్స్ట్రింగ్
can
ని
you go on
డేటా
mute?
టైప్స్ ని వేరియబుల్ లో పెట్టుకుంటదండి.
So yeah. So for example, when we used to display zip code like postal codes, so at that time we don't do any calculation, just we will display the number. At that time, we use numeric data type where we don't use exactly no calculation. At that time, we use numeric data type. For example, mobile number. We used to display the numeric digits, but we don't do any calculation. So whenever we want to display a numeric digits without any calculation, at that time we use this numeric data type. So under this fixed data type, character, numeric, date, time, these are considered as a character data type because with these data types we are not performing any calculations. So these are called character data type. And the remaining like integer, packet, floating, these are considered as numeric data type where we can do actual calculation. So if we want to calculate something, then we can use these type of like integer, packet, decimal, floating data types. So today I'll explain character data type. So I'll explain the character, numeric, date, and time with syntax. So before we are writing a program, always remember whenever we are learning new language, first we will start from the basic. Like for example, if you are learning newly English, first we will start with alphabets. Similar way, before we are writing actual logic, first we need to know about few keywords. See, I want to display, suppose I want to display a postal code. So before I write the code, I need to know like how can we declare these data type in the system, right? So for that, we need to know few declarative keywords. So we have some declarative keywords. Declarative keywords are nothing but which is used to declare different data types or different types of variables in SAP ABAP. So variables are nothing but it is a placeholder. Variable is nothing but which can hold a single value. So that is nothing but variable. And within the variable, we can insert the data, we can read the data, we can modify the data. So variable is nothing but a placeholder where it can store the data. So declarative keywords, in that we have different categories, but I don't explain all this in one day only. So we'll learn one in each day because we have more declarative keywords. If I explain all together, you might confuse. So today I'll explain this data and type. So first we'll see data. So data is one of the declarative keyword which is used to declare any data type of a variable. For example, I want to display a customer number and customer name. Customer number comes under numeric data type. Customer name comes under character. Character data type is nothing but where we can display all the characters like names. So these two are two different data types. But if I want to write the logic, I need a keyword, ABAP keyword. So that is data. So data is a declarative keyword which is used to declare any data type of a variable. So syntax is data, variable name, where you want to store the data. So that variable name we have to give, type, data type. So data type is nothing but here you can give either it is character data type or numeric or date data type, integer data type. And next here you can see type is there, right? Let me take the pointer. So in this first example, you can see this type. So type is also a declarative keyword, which is used to declare the type of declared variable. So this is the variable, but how the variable is defined as a different data type. Like suppose data number type I. Number is a variable name. Data is a declarative keyword. And type is nothing but it is used to represent which type of data you are declaring for this variable. So whenever we are declaring any variable, we use data keyword, type keyword. And variable name, you can take any name. You can write any name. And data type. So based on the requirement, we can write the data type. Suppose if you want to display date, we can write date data type. Suppose if you want to display the time, we can write time data type. So let's see practically one example. So to write the logic, which transaction code should we use?
SCIT.
CAT.
And we do have one more transaction code. Do you remember that?
C38.
SC38 or SC38.
Yes. Yes. So we can use SC38 or SC18. So let me go to SC38. So here I'm going to create a new program. So if we are creating, that is nothing but customizing object. So all the custom objects should be starts with C or Y. So as I mentioned yesterday, whenever you are going to create any object, it should be starts with Z or Y followed by your package name. Then a concept name. So everyone should be follow this naming convention. So Z, listen to and program T21, 25 data types. So it is not there. I'm going to create it now. So to create new one, click on create button. And here we can give the title, meaningful title name. Data type. So here we need to select the type as executable program. Later on, I'll explain why we are selecting executable program. So as of now, you can select this executable program. That's it. You can save it. And you should save in your package. So select your package and you can take F for help. If you don't remember your package name, you can take F for help. click on save. Save in your TR. Now we are inside the program. So if you see the first statement, sixth one, report, and there is a name. So report is nothing but program. It is considered as a program. So program name. But in SE38, if you are selecting executable program, it will be considered as a report. So this report we'll discuss later. As of now, we can imagine that report is nothing but our program. And this is the name which we have given for creating the new program. So program name. Now, there is a requirement where I need to display customer number, customer name. So customer number is nothing but where I can display the numeric digits. Name, which is nothing but alphabets. So if you want to display any alphabets, we can go for character or string. So string data type we'll discuss later. As of now, just focus on character data type. So I want to display customer number, customer name. So to display that, first of all, we need to store somewhere. So to store that, I'm taking a variable. So variable can have the capability to hold a single value, only single value. So to declare any variable, we have a declarative keyword that we have discussed, that is data. So data is used to declare any data type of a variable. So I have to write data. So data is used to declare any type of a data type of a variable. So data after I need to write a variable name because it should be stored the data. Suppose I'm giving the customer name as John. John should be stored somewhere. So for that, I'll take a placeholder that is a variable. So here variable name, I'm taking LV name. So LV is nothing but local variable. So as I told you yesterday, we can create data types locally and globally. Suppose if you are creating within the program, that is local. If you are creating in SC11 transaction code, that is nothing but global memory. So we have a separate concept for data dictionary, which includes SC11. So at that time, I'll tell you in detail about global memory. As of now, we will create a variable locally. So instead of giving space, always remember we have to use underscore. So LV name, it is a variable name. And type is a keyword. Type, and I want to declare it is a I need customer number and customer name, right? So first I'll take customer number. So customer number is nothing but numeric digits. It includes numeric digits where we are not performing any arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or percentage something. So we are not doing any calculations. So I'll take numeric data type. So to declare numeric data type, we have a syntax. So here I'm writing type n. N is nothing but numeric data type. So whenever we are declaring numeric data type, we have to specify the length. So length is nothing but how much length you are going to display a particular value. For example, customer number I said. So customer number, is it includes 10 characters or 20 characters or 30 characters? How much length it requires? So that is also we need to specify. If we specify that number in the database layer, it will be hold that much memory. Suppose if I'm giving 10 characters length I need. So 10 character space, it will be hold in the database. So that is the reason for numeric data type, we need to specify the length, how much length you require. So here I'll take number because I chosen n, and we have two ways to declare this numeric data type, but today I'll explain only one, and in coming up classes we'll see the different way. So variable name after you have to put the brackets. In between brackets, you can specify how much length you require. Suppose I require 10 character length. So I can specify 10. So type n. So this is nothing but numeric data type. And have you observed anything? Here, this line has gray out, if you see. And this side, it is not gray out. Did you observe this one? If I write something here, see, it is coming with a gray out line. So this is nothing but partial commenting. Whenever we use double quotes, it will be comment partially. So yesterday I have explained commenting, right? So that is as we can use asterisk symbol, or else you can put control and comma. So it will be comment entire line. But whenever we need partial line should be comment, at that time we can use single quotes. So this single quotes can be comment partial line. So these comments mainly we are using to understand for any developer what we have written the logic, that we can write a short description here. Suppose there is a logic, why we have written this logic, you can specify it with the commented line, so that the coming after few days there it might be changed, the logic might be changed, but the next developer should understand why we have used that logic. So with this commented line, they can understand. So that is the reason we use these commented lines. One is instead of deleting the existing logic, we will use commented line, and also to understand the purpose of this logic. So if you want to comment entire line, we can use control comma. If you want to comment partial line, we can use double quotes like this. So numeric data type, and here suppose a customer number, I want to write it as a 10 some value. Let me write it here. So to assign the value, there is a variable, this is my variable. So this variable will hold the data, right? So for this variable only, I need to assign the value. So whenever we are declaring any variables, always remember, first step, we need to declare it. Second step, we need to assign the value. Without assigning the value, it cannot be displayed in the output. Like as I told you, I want to see the customer number and customer name. But customer number, I should give to the system. System cannot be recognized, right? So that is nothing but assigning the value. LV number is equal to, I can assign the value here. So this is a numeric data type. We can put in a single quote. The value, whatever we are going to assign, that we should write in single quotes. Suppose 10. Suppose this is the value. So whenever we are assigning the value, we should assign to the variable, because this variable is having the data. So in this variable, we have chosen to hold the data. LV number is nothing but it is a variable. It should hold the data. So you need to assign the value with the help of equal symbol. Equal symbol is nothing but assignment operator. Whenever you want to assign the value, we have to use equal symbol. Give me a second. Sorry. So this is the assignment operator, and I have assigned the value. So there is a variable which is having this value. Now I want to print this data. So I want to display in the output screen. Always remember in ABAP, if you want to see something in output screen, we have to use a ABAP keyword, that is write. So write is a ABAP keyword which is used to display the data in the output screen. Output screen is also called as list processing screen. So right after which variable is having this value, you need to write it here. So the variable name is LV number, which is holding this value. So I want to see in the output screen. So this variable is having the value. So this one you need to write after this keyword, right keyword, LV number. And as I mentioned yesterday, if you are writing something after you have developed the program, you need to save it, check it. So if there is no syntax error, you can activate it. Without activating, you cannot execute it. So these are the 3 steps you need to follow every time. Save, check, activate, then you can execute it. Now we can see the output. But if I see like this, I can understand this is a customer number. But as an end user, they cannot understand. There is a number, something is displaying. But here user want to see customer number, like the text, and afterwards this number. So in that way also we can write. For that, we have to use, okay. So that I'll tell you tomorrow, because we need to use chain operator. Chain operator I'll explain tomorrow. So to declare any variable, we have to use a keyword called data. This is a declarative keyword. And we need to use a type keyword to define which data type. It belongs to which data type. Like LV number is there. This is belongs to which data type? Numeric data type. How the system will be recognized? With the help of type keyword. So system will be recognized this is a variable and it is belongs to numeric data type based on these ABAP keywords, data and type. And if you are taking any variable, if you want to store it, you need to assign the value. So we can assign the value with the help of equal symbol, assignment operator. And we can also assign in a different way with value keyword that we'll see in the coming up classes. So this is numeric data type. Let's take one more data type. Data, LV name. Yes.
What is the maximum length of numeric data type?
That's fine. And 143 for numeric and character data type same.
Can you please come again?
2,62,143
Oh, okay.
for numeric and character data type, both are same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So for character data type, same way, you need to take the declarative keyword data and variable name. So here, and also remember, we could not use same variable name again and again. Suppose if I use same name, it will give a syntax error. Let me take same name to show you this error. So here I'm taking for character data type, suppose 20 characters. So you need to specify how many characters you require.
Sneha, we can't hear you.
Yes, Vamshi, what happened? Just check with Sneha.
Sneha is in another room. Maybe network issue, I think.
Okay, just get it checked.
Yeah.